Hello there again, everybody. This is Big Paulie coming to you with today's game in the Hometown Football League. This is game number 9, week number 7. We have San Diego traveling all the way to Cincinnati. These two teams met in one of the coldest games ever, the 1982 Freezer Bowl after the 1981 season. And Cincinnati froze San Diego out of the Super Bowl that year and went to Super Bowl 16. In conditions at Riverfront Stadium that only the Ice Bowl in Green Bay had worse conditions in terms of cold weather. And they had a wind chill absurdly below zero that day in Cincinnati. But it was good enough for Cincinnati to win that day in 1982. Here in 2020, in the reality, the virtual reality that is the Hometown Football League, both teams are 3-3. It's a 61-degree day in Cincinnati in October. Even though I'm recording this in August, there is a good wind, 10 to 20 mile per hour wind, no precipitation in the air. I will be controlling Cincinnati. The computer will run San Diego. Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, the host site. And I will take the ball to start the first half as Cincinnati won the toss. Phillip Rivers, Kenny Anderson, your quarterbacks. Don Coryell against Sam Weich is your coaching matchup. Cincinnati in the dark uniforms, not Miami. I was thinking about Miami playing San Diego in that epic in Miami the week before the famous Freezer Bowl game. Yeast is back deep for the Bengals, and we're underway. He's took it just in front of the goal line,
receiving
but
team.
A holding penalty will knock out any gain of note. He gained 22 yards in the return, but that will not go down in the books. They'll have a first and 10 at the 11 to start the game. Dillon and Johnson, your running backs for Cincinnati. Hujmanzada and A.J. Green at wideout. Ross at tight end. Anderson at quarterback. Munoz, Steinbach, Johnson, Montoya, Anderson will be your offensive line. For San Diego's defense, we have O'Neal, Williams, Ladd, Johnson, your front four. Seau, Allen, and Phillips, your linebackers. Cromartie, Bird, Weddle, Harrison will be your defensive backs. And on first and 10, it'll just be a simple give to Corey Dillon up the middle. And Dillon gained a couple. And it was Williams on the stop for San Diego as I adjust my headset. Folks, bear with me for a moment. There we go. We'll go to Pete Johnson. Off tackle right on second down in a short tight formation for San Diego on defense. That's a gain of 3. Williams again on the tackle. Short cross to Hujmanzada on 3rd and 5. Looks like the Chargers are playing man. And that's completed to Hujmanzada. He gained 7, and that's a first down. Dillon, trap right. And a gain of 2. Johnson on the stop for the Chargers. They'll go to Ross, Dan Ross, on a short slant on 2nd and 8. Anderson, not that bad a passer. That's incomplete as Weddle jumped the route and batted it down. 3rd and 8, we'll go 3 wide. And we'll look for A.J. Green. Chris Collinsworth, by the way, entering the game at 3rd wide out. Medium cross. Caught, but short of the first down. 6 yards. He needed 8. That was Anderson to Collinsworth. So Cincinnati will send Pat McAnally back to punt the ball. They have the wind advantage of 10 to 20 miles per hour, so this punt should be a boomer. And it's returned by Fuller for 13. The punt went 48. So let's set up San Diego's offense and Cincinnati's defense. Tomlinson and Young at running back, Allworth and Martin at wideout, Gates at tight end, Rivers quarterbacking out of North Carolina State, Mix, Wilkerson, Hardwick, Sweeney, and Washington your offensive line. Speaking of front fours, Cincinnati's is Smith, Dunlap, Atkins, and Reed. Spikes, LeClaire, Burfict, your linebackers. Parrish, Riley, Casanova, and Nelson are your defensive backs. Let's see what the Chargers do on 1st and 10 from the 34. And that is Young, who just barely turns the corner and gains 2. So it's 2nd and 8. San Diego's team is just made up of the Chargers post their 1960 move from LA and prior to their recent move back to LA. 2nd and 8 at the 36. So they're kind of a team frozen in time. Rivers looking for Gates not completed, and Anthony Miller comes in and will play as a third wide receiver on the 3rd and 8 play from the 36. Incomplete. Casanova tried to make the interception but could not, but that was off to the point where it went incomplete. 4th and 8. San Diego punting into the wind, but they'll get the wind advantage the next 2 quarters, 2nd and 3rd. Yeast dropped it but pounced on it before any Charger could get to it at the 29. The punt went 35 yards. Back to Cincinnati for a 1st and 10 at their own 29. We'll go to Johnson on the dive. Blitz coming, so we're going to make it a screen to Corey Dillon. And the screen is completed. Dillon reverses field, 40, all the way out to the 49, a gain of 20 yards. Double tight end set now in for Cincy. They're going to go Dillon, trap left. And Dillon found a hole and gained 7. Leslie O'Neal on the tackle for San Diego. Now, a 2nd and 3 play. And they'll go along with the wind advantage and look for Hujmanzada out of the double tight end set. There it is, incomplete. Overthrew Hujmanzada. Cromartie might have gotten a finger on it. And it's now 3rd and 3. So they'll go to a 3-wide set, put a man in motion. Short pass to Green. And Green with the completion to the inside the 30 to the 28. Gain of 16. Back to the base set for Cincinnati. They're in I. The I formation, as if you rotated it, it would look like the letter I almost. Off tackle right, Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon finding another hole, gaining 7. And Cromartie on the stop for the Chargers. We have 7:43 left, opening quarter. No score yet, but the Bengals looking to change that. Here's Hujmanzada. Blitz coming, so it's going to be a screen to Johnson instead. And Johnson's got a clear path to the end zone, and he's there. Touchdown Bengals. Pete Johnson out of Ohio State has broken the ice, and the point after by Graham is good. 7-0 Cincinnati with 6:55 left opening quarter. Sproles, Duncan, and Anderson back deep for the Chargers. Sproles inside his end zone takes it past the 20 to the 27. The return goes 29 officially. So Phillip Rivers comes back out. 0 for 2 on the day. San Diego only 2 yards. Cincinnati already at 91, but we're only halfway through the first period. 1st and 10 at the 27. An incomplete pass as Rivers was trying to dump it to Young. 2nd and 10. This is Tomlinson gaining 3, and LeClaire makes the stop for the Bengals. 3rd and 7 at the 30. Tomlinson, a paltry effort on 3rd and 7. He needed 7, got 4. Parrish on the tackle for the Bengals, who will get it back on the punt. That is Paul McGuire punting it. Punt only goes 36. Yeast nowhere to go. I've forgotten to mention the return men for Cincinnati, so just allow me a moment to do that. Yeast has Watson and Jones back with him on the kickoffs. So on 1st and 10, at the 35-18 left opening quarter, it's 7-0 Bengals. Here's a trap right for Corey Dillon. No gain. No gain. Echo in here. Seau made the tackle. for San Diego. Medium hitch to Ross. And that's good. And Ross breaks free. He's at the 40, the 30, and all the way down to the 28, a gain of 42. Vettel finally brought him down. Ross just bounced off of Crow Marty, as you'll see here on the replay. And Ross with a very nice gain of 42 yards. Dillon on the screen on 1st and 10. Dillon to the 25, to the 20. Looks like he has the first down. He does, and then some, 12 yards. Against Pittsburgh, Anderson seemed ineffective, 17 from 39, 246 and a touchdown. 1st and 10 Bengals. They lead 7-0, and they're now looking for more. Off tackle right, Corey Dillon. And Dillon finds the hole and gets 5 more yards. They'll go back to Dillon on a stretch play on 2nd and 5. 2:53 left. And Dillon close to the first down and gets it. Gain of 6. 1st and goal now at the Charger 5. They'll go Pete Johnson, who just got the touchdown not too long ago. Trap right. And he's got another touchdown. Pete Johnson makes it 13-0. He's rushed for one, and he has caught one. The extra point try, good by Graham, 14-0, with 1:20 to go. A big game for both teams, each team trying to stay above 500. Sproles back deep for the Chargers, that's a touchback. And let's see what the Chargers can do here. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Rivers, screen to Young. And a gain of 11, Vontez Burfict on the stop for the Bengals. We have 1:06 to go. 1st and 10 at the 31. This is LT, LaDainian Tomlinson. He gains 12. That's his biggest play of the day. That's the end of the first quarter. Cincinnati 14, San Diego nothing. Recording this on, let's see, what is today? The 27th of August, 2020 for air. 7 o'clock, August 31st, 2020. On this day of recording, very little sports in this country, as Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NHL have all canceled games in light of the civil unrest currently going on in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So I don't know if that'll still be going on when you see this game on August 31st. And I will just continue to hope for peace for everybody involved, and that the world of sports can go on without fear and with understanding. And that's all I will say about that without getting political. 1st and 10, the ball at the 43. San Diego with it. They trail 14-0. They had 32 yards of total offense, and Cincinnati's got 161. That is Tomlinson, a loss of a yard. Tomlinson not making the stop. It was Burfict making the stop on Tomlinson. 2nd and 11 at the 42. Screen to Young, and he's got running room past the 40, down to the 35. Gain of 23. So now San Diego in business. 1st and 10 at the 35. Of course, San Diego and Cincinnati also played the highest scoring for at least a year or two. It was the highest scoring Monday Night Football game ever. San Diego winning 50-34, but it was one of those shootouts that went well into the night. And I remember staying up to watch it because I was on winter vacation. It was like so close to Christmas. So that was one of the better Monday Night Football games. But that record was finally broken in '83 when Green Bay and Washington had their 48-47 shootout. 1st and 10 at the 26. Young stuffed at the line. He loses 2 yards, drilled by Atkins. And it's 3rd and 3. Ball at the 28. think that Monday Night Football game, San Diego and Cincinnati, was in 1982. It was a few months. That was a throw and a catch to Gates, Antonio Gates. He had 2 touchdowns last week against Las Vegas. Tomlinson in under center. To finish my thought, that was a few months after the Freezer Bowl game, I believe. It was like right around the holidays of 1982. First and 10 at the 16. And Tomlinson fakes a handoff to Rivers like he was going to do anything with it. And LeClaire brings him down at the 17, where it's now a 2nd and 11 play. This is Rivers. Was looking for Martin on the screen, but it fell incomplete. Now a 3rd and 11. This is Rivers again. Looking for Gates, but off of his hands. So Rivers off to a slow start, 3 out of 8, 46 yards. Your point after try, not a point after try, but a field goal try. And that was by Kading. It's good. And it's 14-3. So San Diego kicking off to Cincinnati. San Diego now has the win advantage until the 4th quarter. Yeast, Watson, Jones back deep for Cincy. And Yeast is going to make everybody's life easy and down the ball for a touchback. So Cincy, let's see if they can keep their fast start going with the 14-3 lead. With 10:06 left in the opening half. Back to Dillon. Trap right. And Dillon keeps finding holes in that San Diego defense. Harrison on the tackle, a gain of 6. Dillon has 8 carries, 35 yards, 2 catches for 32, so he has 67 of the 167 yards Cincinnati has amassed so far in this game. Medium out to Hujmanzada, which should be good against the short, tight defense San Diego is playing, but that's incomplete as Hujmanzada was double covered. 3 wide in the game for Cincinnati. Will screen it to Dillon. See if that opens up some running lanes for him. And it does. He gains 12 on his 3rd catch of the day. He's got 44 yards that way. And it's 1st and 10 Cincinnati with 9:04 left. Trap right, Dillon. And he keeps punching the holes in the San Diego defense. Johnson on the stop for San Diego. That is Gary Johnson out of Grambling State. Grambling has had many great NFL stars emerge from their college over the years. Dillon on a dive, but a blitz is called, so we're going to change that to a screen to Big Pete Johnson. Johnson will be short of the first down by a little bit. A gain of 5. Triple tight end formation, so it's Ross, Bob Trumpy, and Holman all in the game at tight end for Cincinnati. Off tackle right, Corey Dillon. And Dillon's got the first. He needed, I'd say, a yard. Actually, he needed inches. He got 2 yards. And on 1st and 10 from the 50. This is the 7th play of the drive, because it seemed a little longer to me. We'll go A.J. Green, short pass. And Green over the middle on a slant. Gain 17. Anderson, 10 out of 13, 158 yards so far in this game. Cincinnati with a 208 to 72 yardage advantage right now. We'll go Dillon, pitch right, 1st and 10. Dillon turned it up the field, well, for a little bit, 2 yards. Williams on the stop for San Diego. Cincinnati has run 26 plays to this moment. San Diego has run 16. Dillon needs a breather, so we're going to put, let's see here, we're going to put James Brooks in the game at tailback. And we'll go to him, trap right. And Brooks could not get out of the box. No gain. Phillips on the stop. for San Diego. And on 3rd and 8 from the 31, we'll go Green. And we'll try the medium cross play. Blitz coming, so we're going to change the play to a Collinsworth medium slant. Oh, a sack and a fumble. Recovered by Cincinnati. Anderson got back on his own fumble. Play loses 12 yards. And back Cincinnati up to the 43 of San Diego, so that knocks them out of field goal range. McAnally will come in and try a coffin corner punt, and he soft shoes it to the 13. Punt going 30, but it pins the Chargers in a hole with 3:27 left in the half. They trail 14-3, 1st and 10. Incomplete. San Diego, a hot and cold team, they beat Los Angeles earlier in the season, but they couldn't beat Las Vegas most recently. 2nd and 10 at the 13. This is a throw looking for Miller.
Shift. Offense, number 83, 5-yard penalty.
You book Anthony Miller for an illegal shift. And now to make it 2nd and 15 at the 8 with 3:15 left to go. Throw and a catch to Martin, and that's a gain of 14 to set up 3rd and a yard. Tomlinson on the draw, and he's got the first down easy, a gain of 9. Cincinnati will not call a timeout. Now a 1st and 10 at the 31. Young nearly gets the first down with a gain of 9. Clock will roll probably to the 2-minute warning. And no, they get another playoff before the 2. And it's Tomlinson losing a couple. And now we are at the 2-minute warning for... No, San Diego called a timeout before the 2-minute warning for a 3rd and 3 at the 38. Miller catches it, and that's good enough for the first down, but barely. They needed 4. They got 5. They needed 3, and they got 5. So with 1:58 left, it's 14-3 Cincinnati as we set up this 1st and 10 play at the 43. This is a give to Tomlinson, who gained 5. He's got 9 carries, 38 yards. And San Diego now chock out of timeouts. In the flat to Martin, but Martin could not hold on. Setting up 3rd and 5 with 1:41 to go. This is Young, who loses 2. And now the Chargers will have to punt. 4th and 7 at their own 46. As always, I watch for the fake here. Gonna land inside the 10. I will just let it roll. And it was Yeast who gained 3 yards on a very dangerous punt return out to the 9. 1:24 left. And I am just inclined to let Brooks take a couple more snaps. Gain of 4 yards. Going to slow it down. We'll go to Pete Johnson on the dive. Gains another 4 yards. And we'll let that be the half. And your halftime score is Cincinnati 14 and San Diego 3. 206 yards of total offense for the Bengals, 110 for San Diego. Play distribution, 29 for Cincinnati, 16 have been rushes. 25 plays for San Diego, 13 have been passes. Sproles back deep for the lightning bolts. And Sproles with a nice return to the 28. 1st and 10. That's where the ball will start. Possession will start, I should say. 14:52. We have a marker
Ball
before the play.
Start. Offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
That's Mix, Hall of Fame offensive tackle, who gets called for a false start. 1st and 15 at the 23. Tomlinson with a 4-yard gain, and Casanova makes the tackle for the Bengals. Now a 2nd and 11 at the 27. Marker, we'll check that.
Encroachment, defense. Number 96, 5-yard penalty.
San Diego takes the penalty, which negates the 7-yard run by Young. And it's now 2nd and 6. Throw and a catch to Lance Allworth. Bambi picks up 16, and that was his first catch of the day. Rivers 7 for 14, 79 yards. 1st and 10 at the 48. Straight drop by Rivers, and a gain of 18 for Young. Perfect makes the stop for the Bengals. Cincinnati now reeling a little bit. 1st and 10 at the Bengal 34. Another dump to Young, who gains about 10 yards exactly, just short. Kellen Winslow Sr. comes in and is the second tight end on this play. 1st down for Tomlinson. And Burfict makes the tackle for the Bengals. And this is play number 7 of the drive, which seems to have gone a lot longer. Screen to Young, 20 to the 16. He gains 7, and Young now with a season high of 6 catches on the day. And it'll be 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line. Very nice drive for the Bengals. Punctuated there as the fly to Gates is good for the touchdown, and it's 14-9. Extra point try by Kading is good, and it's now a 14-10 game with 10:04 left in quarter number 3. Yeast back deep for the Bengals, touchback. So Cincinnati gets their first touches of the 3rd quarter. Brooks is going to come out, and we will put Corey Dillon back in. Dillon trapped right. And he was finding holes in the San Diego defense with a plum in the first half, and shows no signs of letting down in the second. A gain of 4 yards there. This is Dillon. Pitch right. Dillon to the 30, almost up to the 35. In fact, he made the 35. A gain of 11. We'll go Pete Johnson on a straight dive. Gains a couple. Rodney Harrison came up, lowered the boom on him. Now a 2nd and 8 at the 37. It's going to be a pitch to Ross. Medium hitch. Blitz coming. So we're going to change it to a medium slant to Green. And it's caught. A gain of 19 yards. Anderson having a good day, 11 out of 14 for 177 so far. Dillon, trap right. And Dillon with another nice gain, but let's check the marker. Could be
Personal
a holding.
foul. Defense.
It is not.
Number 55, 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Junior Seau forces his club to say ow on the personal foul. And it's 1st and 10 at the 18. We're going to look for Ross in the end zone on the medium fly. Try to get it right here. And Ross got the pass and gained 13. 1st and goal at the 5. Dillon off tackle right. And Corey Dillon joins the hit parade. Touchdown. (20-10). Can Graham put this extra point through? He can. It's 21-10 with 6:10 left in the 3rd. Sproles back deep for the Chargers. Takes it at about the 5, moves it up past the 30
Illegal
to the 31,
block.
but
Receiving
it'll come
team.
back on an illegal block by Harris. 1st and 10 at the 15 is where San Diego will start. Trailed by 11. This is not Dillon, but Tomlinson, who gained 5 yards. Sorry, folks. And that's Young on a screen past the 40 to the 42. He gained 22. Young's had a good day. Let's check his stats real fast. Young has had 7 catches, 89 yards. His longest being 23. First and 10 at the 42. Pitch to Tomlinson. Tomlinson cannot turn the corner to save his life. LeClaire on the tackle after a loss of 4. Second and 14 now. Rivers looking and finding Gates. And a gain of 21. Ambrose with the tackle. Rivers working his mojo as of late. 13 for 20, 173 yards and a touchdown. He seems to be getting in a groove here. First and 10 at the 41. Shotgun double running back set. Burfict broke up that pass intended for Young. Second and 10. This is Young, who gains 3. Makes it a 3rd and 7 at the 38. Screen. Tomlinson gains 10. And it is Spikes who brought him down on the tackle. First and 10 at the 28. So San Diego trying to answer the Cincinnati score, which was an answer of the San Diego score to start the second half. Second and 10 at the 28. This is Gates again. Gates inside the 15 to the 12. Casanova on the stop after the pickup was 16. Gates has now had 4 catches, 65 yards. First and 10 at the Bengal 12. Tomlinson picks up 5 of those 12 yards. Nearing the end of the third quarter. Second and 5. And Young on the board with a touchdown. Gates had the first touchdown, now Young has had the second. The point after try will be good by Kading, and it's 21-17. This will probably be the last play of the quarter coming up, unless it's a touchback, which it is. Dillon, dive play, and then we will get to the end of the quarter. Gain of 2, tackled down by Phillips. 21-17, Cincinnati leading San Diego. So, 267 yards of total offense for San Diego, 273 for Cincinnati, so San Diego has nearly caught up. 43 plays ran by San Diego, 24 have been passes, 37 now by Cincinnati, 22 have been rushes. Johnson, we will go to him on the trap right. 7-yard pickup to set up now a 3rd and a yard situation. Now Anderson was not a bad runner in his day, so we're going to give it to him on the dive. And he just gets the nose of the football over the marker. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Bengals at their own 31. We're going to pitch it to Dillon this time. Hope Dillon can turn the corner, and he can. He's got the first down. Pickup of 11. And this is what Cincinnati needs to do. Just keep using the running game to put pressure on San Diego. Trap left Dillon. And Dillon, another big pull. 40, 30, 20. Down to the 12. And Corey Dillon goes over the 100-yard mark. He's at 134 on his 18th carry. And we'll take a look at Dillon's game logs. And this is the second time he has gone over 100. He had 105 against Minnesota. So this is not only his second 100-yard game, it's a career high for him, or a season high, in terms of rushing yards. Sweep left Dillon on 1st and 10 at the San Diego 12. And Dillon with 5 more. There you see the season high, which he had already attained on the last carry. He's now at 139. How about Big Pete Johnson here? Trap right. Pickup of 2. 3rd and 3. 11:04 left. We'll go Anderson. Sweep left. And that's no sale. No gain there. Allen made the stop for San Diego. Graham's going to come on, try a 20-some-odd yarder, 22, it's good. And the Bengals lead by 8, so lead by 7, and the worst the Chargers can do is tie it on a touchdown. Here's the kickoff. Sproles, touchback. Remember, the Bengals have the wind advantage for the fourth quarter. And I'm going to sneeze for a moment, folks, so just stand by. In fact, let me just run a play while I do that. And that was to Tomlinson. I didn't sneeze yet. And a gain of a yard there. 2nd and 9. I'll let you know. Young picks up 3 yards. You ever sneeze? You ever want to sneeze and then you talk for a little bit and that sneeze threat goes away? Well, that's what's happening to me right now. Gain of 3 for Young. 3rd and 6. Over the middle for Allworth, and that's incomplete. So, San Diego has to punt into a stiff wind. Paul McGuire will tell you all about his punting game. They say McGuire was injured on the last punt. We will check the rosters to confirm. Nope, he's showing up as okay. So that must be a bad... say McGuire was injured out by 2 games, and I just checked, and he's still there. Off tackle right, Corey Dillon. 1 yard gain, but a holding penalty.
Number 65, 10-yard penalty.
Against Montoya, and that's going to be 1st and 20. Only the 3rd penalty of the game for Cincinnati. San Diego only has 4, so it's been a well-played game in terms of penalties. Trap right, Dillon. Trying to take advantage of the open running lanes with San Diego in a nickel. We'll try it again. Pitch right, Dillon. And this time, no gain. San Diego in a nickel, and they played the defense better than they normally do against Corey Dillon. 3rd and 16. This is going to be a long fly to A.J. Green. But not there. And with 8:31 left, McAnally will punt it away from his own 34. And a nice return by Fuller of 13 yards. The punt went 46. Tomlinson in the game under center. Well, I got to think this is a run, right? Check the penalty.
Holding offense. Number 78, 10-yard penalty.
That's a little too obvious. With Tomlinson in at quarterback, that they would hold. 1st and 20 at the 23. Incomplete.
Holding offense.
And another hold.
Number 61, 10-yard penalty.
Hardwick. And now it's 1st and 30. It's a cab ride from Louisville. Incomplete. Rivers 15 to 26, 199 yards. But he's now throwing into the wind. 2nd and 30. A sack. Spikes. John Jefferson comes in at 4th wide out, but it's kind of obvious what Cincinnati will do here. I'm going to call a 3-1 prevent. Incomplete. And San Diego must punt with 5:15 left to go in the game. So advantage Bengals here. Punting from their own 7. Here's Paul McGuire, we think. And the punt did not go far. Yeah. Punt only went 39 yards, so that out for 2 weeks, that's obviously not true. So San Diego goes back on defense. Cincinnati takes over at their 46. 5:06 left in the game, unless we go overtime. Trap left Corey Dillon. And Dillon's been finding the holes all day, and he's now crossed 150 yards with that 7-yard run. In fact, he's exactly at 150. And now the Bengals will slow it down with 4:59 left. Milk the play clock. Trap left, Pete Johnson. And a gain of a yard. 3rd and 2. We'll go to Dillon. Off tackle right. He's got the first down, a gain of 4. He has 154 yards rushing. The total rushing yards for Cincinnati today has been 184. So he's been a leading charge behind how well the Bengals have done on the ground today. Trap left Dillon with a whole bunch of good running backs in tow. No gain. Ernie Ladd on the tackle. O'Neal may not return Fred Dean from Louisiana Tech in to replace him at defensive end. Johnson on a screen with 2:40 left. That's incomplete. Ooh. Ball at the 34. We're going to go Dillon off tackle right, even though it's 3rd and 10. Dillon's got the first, but a fumble recovered by San Diego. He had the first down. Harris with the recovery pitched it to Henderson. The return went 26, and now San Diego win business. 2:18 left. So a turn of events here. 1st and 10. San Diego at their own 45. Rivers incomplete. He's now 15 out of 28. 199 yards. 265. That's the total offense for San Diego. 377 now for Cincinnati. 2nd and 10. Ball to 45. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Your throw caught. Gain of 15 to John Jefferson, who was one of Dan Fouts' go-to guys back in that Air Coryell era. 1st and 10 at the 40. Chargers need a touchdown, and that's Tomlinson, who had a convoy to the sideline and a gain of 15. So we have drama left in this game. 1:47 left. San Diego down by 7, 24-17. 1st and 10 at the Bengal 25. A throw, a catch, a touchdown. Anthony Miller from Phillip Rivers. Rivers' 2nd touchdown of the day. And now a crucial extra point for Kading, which he gets. It's 24-24. And we have a brand new ball game, folks, with 1:39 left. It is the first time we have had a score. We have been tied since the game began, 0-0, and that only lasted 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Yeast back deep for the Bengals, and they will take a touchback. Each team with 3 timeouts left. Green, medium slant. Blitz coming, so this is the perfect play call. Anderson's going to run. He's at the 25 to the 30. Gains 11. Moved the ball out to the 31, and the Bengals call timeout number 1. Collinsworth, medium fly. Another blitz coming, so we're going to change that to a slant. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Medium out to Ross. Another blitz coming, so we're going to screen it to Dillon. And Dillon to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, out to the 47. A gain of 16. No huddle for Cincinnati. They will look for Hujmanzada on the medium fly. That's caught. Hujmanzada gains 12. And Cincinnati will call timeout number 2 with 46 seconds left. Remember, they have a wind advantage of 10 to 20 mile per hour. Dillon screen on 1st and 10. Another blitz coming, so this might be made to order. First down for Dillon. They're in field goal range. Hunt goes 22. The pass went 22 yards. That was Dillon's longest catch of the year. And Cincinnati's just going to let it go to the very end and go for the last shot of the game. They'll take their 3rd and last time out. 3 seconds to go. Graham from 36 yards for the win. And he pushed it left. We will play overtime. 24-24. San Diego won the overtime toss, and this is old school overtime. The first team to score wins. When we go 15 minutes, and nobody gets that score, the game is a tie, which is yet to happen in HTFL history. Sproles back deep, and it's a touchback. 1st and 10, San Diego at their own 20. They have 320 yards. Total offense, Cincinnati has 438 to start the overtime session. Each team with 2 timeouts. Gates was wide open. Rivers just threw it away. Casanova out for the game. They will bring in Ioka out of Boise State to replace him and bring Fulcher in to replace Ioka as the fifth defensive back. 2nd and 10 at the 20. This is Tomlinson, and Tomlinson gains 2. 3rd and 8. To Allworth, he's got the first down. 1st and 10 at the 30. Young, no game. He stepped out of bounds. 2nd and 10 at the 30, so nobody, in effect, tackled him. This is Tomlinson. He's close to the first. He gains 8. Now a 3rd and 2. Another first down? Yes, it is. Tomlinson picks up 5 on the throw, and Perfect makes the tackle. His 10th of the day. 1st and 10 at the 43. Screen to Young. Crosses midfield. Past the 40 to the 39. He's got 107 yards receiving. Ricky Young has had quite the day. 1st and 10. San Diego trying to pull one out here. Another throw to Young, another 9 yards. He's had 116. That was his 9th catch of the day. 2nd and a yard, ball at the 30. To Tomlinson. Did he get the first? He did. 9:47 left in the overtime. 1st and 10. That is to Gates, who picks up 17, and Rivers now goes over 300 yards passing on the day after getting off to a slow start. San Diego's going to try to win it right here with a 29-yard field goal. Kading has done it for the Chargers. They win 27-24. A nice come-from-behind effort on the road. And I'm sure the Bengal fans will be disappointed, as they looked like they had this in the bag for quite a while. And San Diego just would not let it die, getting late touchdowns, including a Rivers to Miller pass with 1:39 left in the 4th, and then Kading putting it through 6 minutes 39 seconds into overtime for the winner. And San Diego goes to 4-3 on the year. 50 yards of difference in the offenses. 438 for Cincinnati, 388 for San Diego. San Diego perfect in the red zone. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals on their 4 trips. 1 turnover Cincinnati's. That was not a big factor in the game. 58 plays for Cincinnati, 62 for San Diego. Time of possession about even. Penalties, it was a very well-played game with just 9 penalties. First downs were close, 23-24. We'll look at the player stats. I think Ricky Young's got to get player of the game honors with his 116 yards receiving. Phillip Rivers with a gutsy effort after a slow start. Kenny Anderson not too bad in defeat. Corey Dillon had 169 yards rushing, but his team did not win as a result of it. There you see the scoring summary once again. We'll take a look at the standings over here in this box in the upper left. San Diego now 4-3. They'll be a game behind LA for the lower west lead. Cincinnati at 3-4. Pittsburgh could join them for a 3-way tie should they lose later. If they win, they would have sole possession of second place. Cleveland will be in first place no matter what. Our next 3 games, Rivers. It was Dillon who did get player of the game honors, by the way. Green Bay at New Orleans, New England at Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Arizona. So again, your final in overtime, 27-24. San Diego beats Cincinnati. And this has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well. Godspeed and God bless, no matter where you are in this great world of ours, and no matter when you see this video, either on August 31st, 2020, or as the song used to go, in the year 2525. Bye-bye for now, everybody.